Let's go, my friends. We're back at it. Boss Rush here, stage 26, S Stink Eye Tortuca. Super fun here. I'm excited to break it down for you in today's episode and guide. If you enjoy, make sure to like and subscribe. On top of that, questions, comments along the way, do let me know. I'd love to hear from you as always, and we'd love to see you in our amazing community and Discord server. First and foremost, make sure you get these suppression effects in. It does make a difference. We're continuing to pound this down. We're almost there. Level 100. Use your supply chest up. Regardless, though, here let's go into hard mode, well, stage 26 in the boss rush. First and foremost, as always, we do have these special conditions. Min beast get levels 20, cookie levels 90, skill levels 90. Gear is what matters because everything else, my friends, doesn't count. It's terrible as the free-to-play player. The number one here where we can't take advantage of our research. Regardless, your gear does matter. Toppings, beast gets tarts, that's where it's at. We got gear guides here for you on the channel that you can check out always. All right, let's get into it though. The first rule of boss rush is make sure you take a look at the information here. We have the regular effect. The boss's attack and defense greatly increase, but they receive a greater damage from all elements. Awesome. That's a great one. We've covered that. The second one here, rage effect. The boss shares a portion of damage taken by summons and receives increased water type damage. Great. We've also done that. And the last one here, the boss receives increased ice type damage, but inflicts stun with each attack. Very nice. Let's cover the first one here because that is going to be key here for this one. We have 4. So here, this one is really about getting all the big baddies in here once again. You got, doesn't matter on the element type, just get the team that's going to give the most output and the most damage for you. This is one of the ones that has worked for me very, very well. Taking advantage of the second, or doubling up on the overcurrent here, the fire additional boost here from our friend Nutmeg right there as well. You might want to flip in Star Coral as an example. We've got a lot of great things that you can leverage though, regardless for your team here. Okay, in terms of the gear, mostly going to be on crit. We're going to be on cooldown or attack. More attack here. We got speed. We got lots of crits. We got cooldown here, and then last but not least, lots of attack. All right, so let's go for it here and get moving so we can use up some of our tickets here before we got to reset. We got literally like 2 minutes, so trying to get some of these things in here for you. As you can see, it's going to be at least probably 2 hits or at least 2 tickets on our side. It's going to be super, super close. A little bit of tweaking can go a long way. Oh, can we get one more hit in? Oh, so close, my friends. All right, so let's use that next one in. We got 6.8 billion damage in. We're going to get this hit in real quick, and then we're going to pause it because it's super important as we go into the next one, just like that. There we go. Take advantage of that because it's really about that need for speed. Now, on the next one here, let's go back into it. We do have this rage effect. The boss shares a portion of damage taken by summons and receives increased water type. So what is that one? That one will be this right here, R8. Shadow of Venom, Waves of Death, Torrent of Flame. We'll come back to this though. I want to get my tickets in before the reset because we need to take advantage of that so we can get all the way through for you here regardless. So we're going to drop these in real quick. Maybe we got one more in. I think we did. If it says 12 at the end there, that's where it's going to be. Here we go. Here we go. Look at that. Almost halfway. Nice, nice, nice. Certainly halfway. So we got a 2-ticket one. Let's go back and exit actually before we use our second one. There it is. See, we got the reset. Let's go back and break this team down just a little bit more for you. So here again, the idea is about the water. We got the Shadow of Venom, Torrent of Flame. We got Hunter's Instinct. We got Summon Creatures and Bittersweet. Really, you need 1 charge, 1 ambush, 1 magic, 2 bombers, and 2 supports. In this scenario, this is what this looks like for me. You can swap out the Shadow Milk Jester if you want to. You can also start to swap out some of these other things. This is the main key piece. You may want to put in the Sea Fairy to take advantage of that additional water boost. However, again, we're going to be able to get through this. And then in terms of gear, again, cooldown, attack, more attack. Here we're on cooldown, here we're on speed, and then here we're on cooldown. Take advantage of everything. All right. If you do got a question or comment about that, let me know though, regardless. All right, here we go. So we're going to be able to get through this one, and then we're going to be into our final team for the Stink Eye Tortuca here. Let's see if we can get enough in, my friends. It's going to be close. It's going to be close. Look at that. And boom. All right. So we're going to pause, take advantage of that 5 seconds. Like we've said in some of the other ones, it does take a little bit to run down and take advantage of that. Regardless, though, there we go. Let's get into the next one here. And that last one is going to be this. We have the boss receives increased ice type damage, but inflicts stun with each attack. All right. So here we go. Let's go back to our edit. And go into 7 here. Very, very important in terms of what this looks like. Trying to take advantage of that increased ice type damage. Here we got Throne of Frost really going in on that ice type. We got Rebirth of the Dawn, Absolute Faith, Summon Creatures, Crit, and summons a giant pom-pom there as well. Okay. Now, maybe what you want to do is also put in our friend right here. Instead with Sherbet at a ranged, if you'd want to, instead of Wind Archer as an example, or maybe Creme Brulee to take an additional advantage of that ice type damage and those stacks. Let's go ahead and make sure that you have your Frost Queen set here instead of PV. And then additionally on our gear, we do want to take advantage of this. So let's go ahead and build this out real quick and get some of this extra topping tarts in. There we go. Not bad. Let's grab one of these. What do we have here? Defense, damage resist. Not super helpful. Let's see. We can swap maybe something if we'd like. Attack speed. Let's just go with damage resist. We'll throw this on for now. So we have something that additional boost is going to make a difference. More attack here once again. Let's grab some more stuff when it comes to this team. All right, do we have any down there? We are out. So let's grab one from up here that we can use instead. Which one would we like? Let's grab that one. Equip. All right, there we go. Perfect. Now that is all built out and set to go, my friends. There we go. Cool down, lots of attack. We need to swap Wind Archer over. There we go. Reset, reset. Let's see. Looking good, looking good, looking good. All right. There we go, my friends. We need to select that one. Very nice. All right. So now everything is set for us here on this particular team. Again, taking advantage of Throne of the Frost. Let's go ahead and bring it home. We got a couple more hits left to make this one happen. Here we go. All right. Now, once again, you can see these stacks coming on, making a big, big difference there. Again, that might be where you want to flip in Sherbet or Sherbet or Sherbet, whatever you want to pronounce it as, to help you kind of get through. Not bad. We could do more damage. We're at 2.3 million or billion. We're going to get 2 more tickets in to take this thing down here for us today. So again, right underneath that, maybe we need 3. It's going to be close, my friends. Again, trying to take advantage of as much of that ice damage as we can. Oh, come on. Get close. Get closer. Oh, it's going to be so close. 2.3 once again. Let's try this and flip in Sherbet or Sherbet and see if that's going to make a little bit of a difference here and get just above that 2.3. Probably going to drop. Nope, we didn't. So that's good. Let's switch to our gear here. There we go. Attack. Let's get more attack on this. Let's find a topping tart there that we can use as well. How about that one? All right. Looks good. So we're good there. Lots of attack. All right. And then the other thing that we do want to do is make sure that, again, we're taking advantage of this. All right, and let's see if we can get 2.7 and take this thing down and home, my friends. Here we go. Look at that. Let's see if it's going to be just enough. Now, there you had way more up on that piece right there. Oh, it's going to be close, my friends. Look at that. Way better right there with Sherbet in there, my friends. Awesome, awesome, awesome. We could have improved on our time on that. Now we know when we come back and knock this thing down. for a faster time. With that, well, regardless, you have the better team and can do it now because of today's episode and guide. With that, that is S Stink Eye Tortuca here for you. Super fun one. Regardless, we had a lot of fun taking this thing down here for stage 26. Now, with that, if you still got a question, if you got a comment, let me know. I'd love to hear from you as always, and we'd love to see you in our amazing community and Discord server, my friends. And thank you for tuning in today. I appreciate your support. Thank you for the likes and the subs as we continue to grow such an amazing community here all the time. And thank you to our members. I truly appreciate that support. Additionally, we got affiliate links, swag, and merch that you can check out. Who doesn't want to hat, right? Regardless, my friends, stay in touch with your socials and my socials. At me, chat me, stay connected. With that, we're almost here all the way through on Boss Rush. It's so close, and we're going to do it in the next 48 hours. With that, thank you for tuning in as always. And until next time, my friends, keep on running.